What is going on, everybody? We are rocking out here today with the ogStevieStrow, the original gamer StevieStrow. I'm here with you in the arcade. What game are we playing today in the arcade? Well, we are playing Scramble by Stern Electronics. Scramble, an iconic space shooter from the 80s, coin-operated arcade era. This game inspired so many other games. The space shooter genre was very, very popular, starting obviously with Space Invaders, where you were stationary and you shot moving things. We've quickly got into scrolling fields of play where we're either scrolling vertically or horizontally. And so the space shooter and the scrolling fields, very, very popular format. Scramble is one of the ones that I've always remembered for a couple of reasons. Number one, because you got to shoot, you get to bomb, you had to keep track of fuel so you didn't crash, and you had different stages, and you had a little radar to show you where you were in the game. And so there's a lot of games I feel drew inspiration from this. Even Zaxxon. Zaxxon, you had to shoot fuel tankers to keep your jet fueled. Lots of games drew inspiration from this. This game was cloned many times in many places. But let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. It's just a cool game. Alright, so one of my buttons will fire, and another button will drop bombs. And you notice how there's a fuel tanker there. And I have a fuel gauge on the bottom of the screen. And so this reminds me of Cosmic Avenger, which is a game that I also had ported to the ColecoVision. It reminds me of a lot of games that were cloned on my Tandy Color computer. Just a cool game. And what I loved about it is that the scenery changed, right? The color palettes would change. And so, yeah, you got to keep an eye on that fuel gauge. Got to keep an eye on the fuel gauge. Fuel management, very important. And see, now I'm getting warned that I'm running low on fuel, right? So taking care of fuel is an important part of the game. You know, a lot of games just, can I rapid fire? I can't rapid fire, so I got a button mash. And yeah, so, you know, a lot of games just had you focus on shooting. You know, just move around and shoot and not get killed. When you've got to manage fuel and grab fuel, it adds a whole nother element to the challenging of the game. So, and obviously because the screen's always moving, you got to time those bomb drops to get the fuel. Good shot there, Steve. You sucker. The screen was flashing. The screen was just getting ready to change. So right now I'm on the second phase. You can see that there's 5 different zones or phases or areas of the game. Can I continue? It doesn't look like it allows you to continue. Bummer. I haven't even made a high score. The high score is 10,000 points. And I haven't even gotten 7,000. So we're going to have to try this again. But yeah, this was what we did, kids. We went to the arcade. We dropped quarters into a game. A very unforgiving game. Games that were very difficult to begin with, and then the longer you played, the harder they got. But this was interesting that this game had a finish line. There was a base you could get to. Most games you just played forever. The earlier the game, the simpler it was, where it just became a very repetitive thing. You kept doing the same thing over and over again, and it just got harder, harder, harder until you just couldn't do it anymore. Man, this fuel thing is a mofo. I crashed. So fuel management. Fuel management is a whole nother element to gameplay. I'm trying to inch my way down there to shoot these stuck suckers. Man, am I doing bad. I'm doing freaking horrible in Scramble. How far can you invade our Scramble system? So this came out in 1981 from Stern Electronics. I believe Stern was also the company that made the robot game. What the heck's it called? Berserk, if I'm not mistaken. So you got different points for different types of ships. Here, this is what the arcade games did. They had a game over mode. They had an attract mode that was just going to show you what the game was about and kind of entice you to want to play. Look how well this guy's doing, right? So the game over mode, let's pop another coin in here. Alright, let's pop in a couple coins. Let's go ahead and fire it up and let's see how we can do here. I would love to see how many levels I can clear. I'm a grown man playing a game that's over 30 years old and I'm still having trouble with it. These games were hard, kids. Classic arcade games were not for the amateur at heart. You had to bring your pro skills, which is exactly what I am not doing right now. Gadoosh! Look out for those frickin' missiles. Get the fuel. Get the frickin' fuel, Mr. Bigglesworth. Okay, got the fuel. Having to manage your fuel really incorporates kind of a strategy element to the game. And you can't just carpet bomb either. It'd be nice if I could just hold the button down and rapid fire, rapid bomb. That doesn't appear to be the case. Okay, we're getting ready to make it to another zone now. So you've got to avoid touching the cavern walls. You got to look out for the bad guys. Got to try to get some fuel along the way. Very difficult proposition here. Dude. So at least you pick up from where that zone is. So making it to a new zone is kind of like a checkpoint. You start off at the beginning of the zone. And so yeah, this style of gameplay would influence many other games. The Scramble format, this formula, was really used a lot. So Color Computer had lots of Scramble clones. Other arcade games like Cosmic Avenger borrowed this format. Okay, I'm just going to keep mashing. Oh, look at this. I made it to a new zone with fireballs. Indestructible fireballs. Oh, dude, I ran out of fuel. Well, I made it to a new zone. I guess that's cool. Let's try this again. One player start. I'm trying to start. So do I do the wimpy thing and just keep mashing both buttons? That's kind of a wimpy, wonky thing to do. I'm definitely going to button mash my fire button. Do I want to button mash my bomb button? Because the problem is, too, is that you can only drop a couple bombs at once. And you might want to do one when you can't. But you got to keep your eye on those fuel canisters. I made the same comment when I did a video on Whirlybird Run. Whirlybird Run is a Color Computer clone of this game where you're using a helicopter. And I find it hard to make the connection how bombing a fuel tank fills your gas tank in your vehicle. I don't know how that connection is made. But that's the thing about playing games, watching movies. You got to suspend disbelief. You just got to believe that the fact that I blew up that oil on the ground, that somehow it shows up in my gas tank. You just got to accept that reality. Just have to accept it. Okay, I made it as far as the fireballs. That was pretty good. What this doesn't let you do is it doesn't let you continue. Some games would let you continue, where you could just keep popping money into the machine and eventually finish the game. This one's like, screw it, you got to start from scratch, buddy. Thank you, fuel. Thank you, fuel. Holy crap. I need frickin' fuel, Mr. Bigglesworth. I'm still low on fuel, Mr. Bigglesworth. Dang it. Oh, crap. Give me some fuel, dang it. I'm taking the loser way out right now. Did I just get a free life? I don't know what that sound means. I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. I need fuel. I get it. I get it. I'm aware of that. I've been talking about that this whole frickin' time, dude. Okay, fuel. This also makes it hard. When you have to try to get fuel and you've got these indestructible obstacles in the way, it makes it very frickin' difficult. Ah, dude. Dude. Oh, I did make a high score, but it doesn't let you put in initials. It just tracks scores. That's a little lame. But fun game. The whole purpose of these games was to basically make you so mad at yourself for doing poorly that you just kept putting more money into the machine. And you had to pay a quarter each time you played this game. You know, and a quarter was, you know, back in 1981, a quarter was roughly 1/4 or 25% of an American dollar. So, you know, a quarter is, it's a part of a dollar, and a couple of those quarters will add up and become a dollar, and then those dollars add up and they become lots of more dollars. And it was not unusual to go to the arcade and easily spend 10, 20 bucks or more, depending on what your personal finances were. Now, obviously, a lot of us were going there as kids. Not all kids just had pockets full of money. You know, one of the things that I started doing is I actually got a part-time job when I was a kid, because there were things that I wanted that my parents just were not going to finance for me. Like when I wanted my home computer, I had to get my own job and get it. If I wanted to blow 10, 20 bucks at the arcade, my parents weren't just going to hand me a 20 and say, hey kid, go burn this, you know. They just weren't going to do that. So I had to find enterprising, entrepreneurial type ways to make my entertainment money happen. Most of them, or I would say a majority of them, if not all of them, were all legal, above board. Didn't do any drug dealing or any of that kind of stuff, you know. But when you're a kid and you want things, you will find a way to get them. And I just did, you know, I did chores, did odd jobs, mowed lawns, stuff like that. You know, did whatever I could do. I was hustling to make some money so I could play some games. Fuel, I need you. I need you, Fuel. Holy crap. This game is freaking tough. I got an extra ship. So I guess the 10,000 point line is the I just crashed. I ran out of gas. Oh my god. Give me that fuel, dang it. You guys need to die. You all need to die. You're in my frickin' way. Just die. Die, weird space things. Evil space things. Now, honestly, there's no real story. You're not really told if these things are good or bad. All it says is, how far can you invade? What if you're the bad guy? What if these guys are just innocent, peaceful people trying to go about their business, and we are the evil marauder invader? That is completely possible. Dang it, I need some frickin' fuel, man. Urgh. This is tough. This is tough. Alright, well, we will maybe try this one more time. Famous last words. Starts off a little bit easy. In the first phase, you can kind of get to your fuel pretty easily. There's not a lot of obstacles between you and your fuel, other than falling right into a frickin' missile. That was close. Fuel, give me fuel. I need fuel. Thank you, fuel. Fuel, I need you. I need you. Thank you. I need you, fuel. Thank you. You can kind of pull back a little bit and try to strategically time where your bombs are going to go. Booger. Dig-a-dig, dig-a-da-dang, dig-a-da-dang. I think this is about as far as I made it in Whirlybird Run as well. I never made it past the fireball indestructo things. Real pain in the arse. Give me fuel, dang it! I need frickin' fuel, Mr. Bigglesworth. I got an extra ship. Dang it, I needed that. Ooh, curse you! Scramble. Hard frickin' game. Hard frickin'. I got one more credit. Let's use up my last credit, right? Famous last words. Getting better. Getting better at this. Practice makes perfect. Oh yeah. Can only drop 2 bombs at once. That would be just an unfortunate. If you could just bomb the crap forever, that would make the game a little bit unfair on your side. Yes, I know I'm out of fuel. Oh, I got fuel as I died. My goodness. My God, man. Give me fuel, man. Free ship, dude, bro. Frickin' fireballs, man. Frickin' fireballs, man. I got 2 ships. Can I possibly make it past the fireball phase? Don't know. This would be a lifetime achievement for me. Oh. Curse you, fireballs. Curse you, fireballs, and your relentlessness against me. I am really just focusing on the fireballs right now. It's really hard for me to try to think about the stupid fuel right now. Although now it's reminding me that I need it. Now I kind of need to think about the fuel. Holy crap. New lifetime achievement. Oh, I made it to the 4th phase. I made it to the 4th phase. 4th phase for the win! How far can you invade our Scramble system? Do you see that? It doesn't say fight the evil Scramble-lites. It says how far can you invade? What if we are the bad guys? What if we are the ones who are wreaking terror upon this innocent civilization? Never thought about that. Something to think about today for a Throwback Thursday. So, where have we been? What have we done? What have you learned today, most importantly? Well, you've just seen Stern Electronics' Scramble, arcade game from 1981, as played by me, the original gamer, StevieStrow, the dude who's into all things retro. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like, give it a big fat thumbs up. If you are new to my YouTube channel, kindly hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, why not throw out a comment and tell me what you thought about what you saw. I'd also appreciate it if you could share this video and share my channel with your friends. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace out and bye-bye, everybody.